What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Another episode of the 6th Round Podcast, episode 34. Let's fucking go. We got another preview to go through, and we got some shit this weekend. We got a pretty big UFC pay-per-view, UFC 292 from Boston, Massachusetts. Gotta hit it with the Boston, not Boston, you know what I mean? We gotta do it right. And then we also got PFL 8 going on this Friday, and it's the most lackluster of their three card stretch for the the semifinals or whatever. It's heavyweights and it's women's featherweights. We're gonna start there with PFL since it's the first one this weekend. And yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. It's heavyweights and it's the featherweights. There just really isn't nearly as much talent or fun fights in those divisions as comparatively to the other ones.
Definitely not, because it's like, I love, in the co-main, Larissa Pacheco, for instance, but I know how this fight's gonna go. Larissa's a monster, and she just be fucking running over these girls. They get hit by her, and it's over. Whether it's, even if it's not, a one-shot knockout, they're covering up, they're walking, you know what I mean? They're trying to get away. They're not trying to stand there and fucking bang with her by any means. And she's already beat the shit out of Elena, you know what I mean? It's
Twice.
fucking...
Yeah, I was...
Oh, sorry. Okay, I was gonna say it's a rematch. It's the third fight. I didn't have
her last
up,
two.
but
her last two losses are both to Larissa
finished,
punch.
Yeah, finished in the first round.
First round knockouts. TKOs.
So it's we know how the shit's gonna go, I love her, but there's not the most excitement because I know what's gonna happen. It's great for her. I don't want to see anything else, but
it's kind of like hearing Cyborg was fighting. It's oh, who are we sacrificing to the Brazilian goddess of violence now?
It's just I'm excited to see her perform again.
Exactly. That's really about it.
Exactly, because there's the lack of talent around it to actually give her a good fight. The best one was Kayla, but then she beat her last year. Finally, which was amazing for her, and then they pulled Kayla out of the fucking tournament this season because they're superstar pay-per-views and shit, and now Kayla just simply isn't gonna get a fight this year. But
just real quick on that, I heard some of that, apparently Kayla was teasing of possibly making 135.
Where? To go to UFC?
I guess so, but there, she said something about that, and it's
I don't know. That's gonna be rough on her.
Yeah.
She's gonna have to really slim down, lose a lot of that muscle.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it was Luke Thomas brought it up, and then he was just oh, you want to know what she competed at in the Olympics, when she won her gold medals? I'm pretty sure it was 160 or 170 something. That.
Kayla is just built big.
Yeah, she should not be.
No, she's huge.
She should not be trying. But you just saying that, it just made me think of that real quick.
Yeah, she's 5'8", fucking.
Yeah, that.
It's just one of those things where it's just it's a shame we just don't have more talent at these weight classes for the female divisions. It just isn't there.
Exactly.
At the moment.
Because it's the other person who came in, fucking Amber Leibrock. She looked real nice in her first fight, got the head kick knockout in the first round.
Yep.
And that was great. And then she fought Larissa, got hit, and looked like a deer in headlights. She was not ready for that. And it's so now, even so, it's she could win this fight, and then it's gonna be a rematch of Larissa and Amber. It just kind of sucks how there's not that many people, so she ends up just beating the same people over and over again. I love watching her win, but just
I just realized the three power punchers I'm thinking of at in the higher women's divisions: Chris Cyborg, Amanda Nunes, Larissa Pacheco. They're all Brazilian too. That I just noticed that. That's kind of funny.
I don't know. It's just gotta be genetics or something. You know what I mean? Because shit. I feel even just off the top of my head, any power puncher in the female divisions, they're all Brazilian. Jessica Andrade, Amanda Lemos, fucking Denise Gomez just coming in,
I wonder
literally
if that has to do
all of them are just fucking power punchers, and they're all Brazilian.
I wonder if that just has to do with because then even if you look at one, a lot of just the fucking Thai fighters and stuff like that, just the people that started younger, I wonder.
That's true.
I wonder if it's just they started younger. They're just more built for a fight rather than athletics. They're built for both.
And they probably really just know how to use their body better.
That's what I'm saying. So for doing it for so long and just for being in there and just being ready to like actually go for a war. It's like a lot of I feel like a lot of women aren't really ready for that, you know, like
not for sure.
They're ready for a fight, they're athletic as fuck, but when it comes to that real brawl shit, they're like, oh nah, like
No,
and
yeah.
it's like
No,
there's
yeah.
few people that, you know, and because of it they just dominate, like
And that was the other thing I was gonna bring up was just the cultural difference between like Brazil and like other places. Just like culturally, like it's the place of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then you have people like Vanderlei, Shogun, who the Nogueiras, Anderson Silva. You have all these greats who came from that place, and it's just like you see them kind of going up. Jose Aldo, you know.
Yeah. No, yeah. There's so many like great Brazilian legends. So yeah, that
Mhm.
that's very fair. But yeah, that it just like with you saying,
but
it's
that's
just
why like
another...
I brought up like with one and stuff because it's like
Yeah.
the same shit. It's like but there it's like they're
Yeah.
more down for a war, so you see some
Yeah.
crazy fights between them. It's like yeah. I think it's just like Ginger said, just that cultural shit, just starting younger and all of that.
Yep.
Nah, for sure. But so yeah, like you said, co-main, you know, Larissa Elena. That like you know,
Can
like
you even
we were
look
saying.
at their records. It's 21-4 to 9-5.
Yeah,
Elena is 33 years old. She's older than Larissa is. Because Larissa, she's still young, I believe. Yeah, 28 years old.
yeah.
like-
She's real young. She's been fighting forever.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, definitely on the female side, the more interesting one for me is Marina versus Amber. I do think that could be a very fun fight. But it's again, it's like, you know, if Amber wins, we already seen how that went with Larissa, and it's just like, yeah, fucking Marina, you know, like lost a decision to Kayla Harrison, but like Kayla ain't Larissa. You know, like those are
Right.
two totally
No.
different fighters. So who
no.
knows? It
Like,
could just be the same thing where
Kayla's
she gets
strong,
hit.
she's tough, she's dominant, but she's not going out there and just like
Laying the
punching
leather.
someone and just like they're fucking scared, you know, like it's just different.
Nah, yeah.
Because like with that, it's like yes, I think that fight will be good, but then yeah, it just comes down to you're fighting Larissa, and I think Larissa's just gonna run over them.
Nah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, definitely favoring Larissa to win this fucking season for sure. It's
Pretty easily.
If she was able to get through Kayla last year, like you said, her not being in, it's just like, come on, they don't until they get fucking Bellator's 145 division to add some more like decent fighters in there. But even like I feel like she can get some more tough outs, but end result's still probably gonna be the same for Larissa.
I was gonna say, rules are still gonna do like Chris Cyborg is their 45 champ, right?
Yeah, but who knows how much longer Chris Cyborg's gonna be fighting for, you know?
Okay, but that's kind of my point. Is Chris Cyborg at I forget how old she is,
Probably like 34, 35.
putting on beatings on women like it's even in their division. Their
And she's
45
slowing
division,
down.
so it's
She's
just
becoming
like,
way more grappling heavy, and like you said, just
Yeah.
still beating these girls like it's nothing.
no, yeah, exactly. So it's just like
That'll definitely make it a bit more
Even then.
exciting for the time that it lasts.
It
Nah, for
could.
sure. And at
It
least
could,
like they
yeah.
got some
If
names,
we get
like
that fight.
because I know like Cyborg's
Ooh,
defending
Cyborg
her
versus
belt against
Pacheco.
Kat Zaganu, you know what I mean? But like,
ooh,
yeah, Larissa versus Cyborg, that's a good one. I would definitely love
I
to
would-
see that.
I would have loved to see also Larissa versus Amanda Nunes.
Yeah, but we're not gonna see that.
Now, I know that one's not gonna happen, but
I know it was like because last year all the talk just Kayla, Amanda, all that, you know, and then Larissa wins, and it's just like, oh well, that's it for Kayla, and I'm just like, but no one wants to see Larissa Amanda.
I
Like,
know.
like no one's just gonna talk about that now. Like, you know
Like
what I mean?
No, yeah,
that
it's like
would be
the-
a good ass fight. Oh.
no, it's like that weird thing after Ronda Rousey lost to Holly Holm, and people were like, "Oh, Ronda was this like feminist icon. She lost." Da, da, da. It's like, why does that not just transfer to Holly? Like, what the fuck?
It's just that hater mindset in MMA. I feel like, you know, it's just people love to put people on pedestals and then knock them
And then
right off
tear
as
them
soon as
down.
they fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's so crazy. But yeah, so
No, it really is.
that's gonna be the women's 145 bracket. Moving up to heavyweight main event, we got Renan Fajeda versus Maurice Green, and just doing a quick look through. I have no idea this is how we missed it the first time because I know this wasn't brought up the last time he fought. This dude is Renan Fajeda is 4-1 in 3 no contests in the PFL, and he's 1-1 in 2 no contests in his last 4 fights.
Yeah.
That's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful.
That is.
It's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Henin, he's a monster. 6'8" with a fucking 85-inch reach. 33 years old. He's a problem for a lot of these guys at heavyweight in PFL. And on the flip side, his opponent Maurice Green,
He's
UFC vet. He is
6'7".
82-inch reach. He is a big guy for sure.
Yeah.
Only 1 inch shorter and he's got a 3-inch reach disadvantage, so that's not too bad.
That's the thing with Maurice Green, though. Like I was about to bring up is Maurice is not going to be used to being the guy with the shorter reach.
Yeah.
82 in the UFC is like what, tied for the longest reach usually. Most people in the UFC, it's like 82 under, and then John Jones with like what 84 or some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like, so he's not going to be used to having a reach disadvantage.
Nah, yeah, and because last fight lost the decision to Ante Delia. Ante's good. He won the PFL championship, but he is a much smaller guy comparatively.
That's kind of my point. Is like
Maurice just on the older side. He has not been doing great. Been getting finished a lot. Like he got knocked out by Greg Hardy. That's just sad.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I think Hennin's gonna take this fairly comfortably. Like, Maurice is not used to being the smaller fighter, which I mean,
he's barely smaller, but I feel you like.
But like, well, that's
to have somebody like at his height, but a little bit taller.
Yeah, just fighting someone his same size. Like they might weigh the same, but in terms of size, he's used to fighting people who are smaller.
No, I feel you.
So someone his size, or even just that little bit bigger, it's just gonna be like, I see that being problems for him. I don't see him coming out with the win. I see everything
being a problem.
No, exactly. That's kind of the thing. Everything how Maurice is gonna be the problem.
Yeah, like Hennin's way more explosive. He's definitely a better grappler. This should be an easy dub for Henin Fajeda. Definitely thinking that he's gonna be the one moving on to the championship.
Yeah.
Unless there's a freak knockout, I don't see Maurice winning at all.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he could clinch him for 3 rounds to, enough to get a decision. Possibly.
But is Henin gonna be clinched like that for 3 rounds?
I doubt it. That's what I'm saying. That's more in my head. That's Maurice's path to victory.
Like, I can
through
see
the
him
clinch on the cage. Like that's
him to clinch the cage, Henin possibly try to like turn around, jump guard into a guillotine, and just tap out Maurice. I could see that.
Yeah, like I said, we're all agreeing that Henin's winning this. But on the other side of the bracket, I feel like it's just as easy as a fight to call. You got Denis Goltsov versus Jordan Heiderman. And, I mean, Jordan is undefeated. He's 7-0.
Yeah.
He's only 31, so he's not old for heavyweight.
Yeah. I'm just really weak because his fight before going into the Ultimate Fighter, he has a win via illegal soccer kick.
Damn.
Another thing I've never noticed. Like...
Damn, that dude soccer kicked him 25 seconds into the fight?
And he won.
Well, no, so like it would have been Chad Johnson that soccer kicked him, Yeah. And then so like Chad got DQ.
It was a DQ.
But it's like
I just feel like it normally says DQ or something.
Maybe not on Tapology. I'm not sure.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe not, but it does have
but either way.
Disqualification up by like where it says pro MMA stats. He has 2 by knockout, 3 by sub, 1 decision, 1 disqualification.
Okay, I didn't peep that, but it's just really funny.
That's impressive. No, 25 seconds.
25 seconds in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which means he was either taken down or Jordan tried to go for a takedown, and then he just said, "Fuck it, wham!"
That's probably what happened. Probably went for the takedown. He just boom. Dude was technically on his knees though, like.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, he was on the Ultimate Fighter in season 30 last season. Not the one that just happened, but he lost to Zach, and it's like Zach.
And
really
Zach's a 205er.
And yeah, he really ain't that great. So Denis is probably just smashing his way through.
Denis has as many losses as Jordan has fights.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Dennis is gonna, just veteran, old man veteran him, like just
And he's only 33, so it's not even like he's old. Like
exactly. That's what I mean. Like
he's 33 at heavyweight. And he's a little bit taller. Yeah, only 2 years older. So much more experience. It's
But yeah, so more than likely we're getting Renan Fajeda versus Dennis Goltsov in the championship bout.
Easiest
that should be a
brackets
fun
to call.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, other than Marina and Amber, I guess.
Yeah, that's the.
Besides that fight, like
that's the one that's hard
of
for
it's
me.
pretty easy. Because like the next one would be what, the lightweight. No.
Yeah, the next one up is gonna be lightweights and well, no, welterweight already have. No, what the fuck happened?
No, Sadabusi hasn't fought yet, so
yeah, it was fucking
featherweights and 205ers.
Yeah.
Right?
God damn. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. So so next time, so yeah, it would be 55 and 70 next one up. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a hard one to call for sure. That's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, because you got Clay Collar versus Shane Burgos. You got a bunch of fights on that are gonna be hard to call.
Yeah. Oh man, but that's gonna wrap up all the PFL because that's basically the main card. You got one more fight on there, and then you got the prelims, but they got another female 125 fight on there, so looking like that they're probably working towards something there.
Yeah.
Other than that though, let's fucking go. PFL. We're getting closer to the end of the season. It makes me sad. It just makes me wish that they just had a regular fucking MMA matchmaking model more and more, so we can just get more consistent
They're
fights.
getting there. It's okay.
Yeah, let's go. But that's gonna bring us to the real fight card of the weekend. Oh shit, this is gonna be a good one. UFC 292. It was supposed to be an amazing showcase for the 135-pound division on the men's side. But we got some things to fuck that up. Couple injuries here and there,
It is what it is.
But we still got a pretty damn good card at the end of it.
Yeah.
Because that main event and co-main, we'll get there. But neither of them have changed. Main event though. Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley. Aljo looking to become the champion with the most consecutive title defenses in UFC bantamweight history. Sean looking to get the upset, become, champ, show off the Suga show. How do you guys think this one is going? Who do you think gets it done? What are you guys feeling about it?
I think Aljo gets it done. I think he subs him.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing. Like, unless Sean O'Malley gets a clean knockout, I don't see him winning this fight. I don't know why, but I feel like Aljo's gonna be able to take him down at some point. Once they get on to the ground, take the back and just choke him out.
Well, I mean, yeah, like it's because I don't know, that's like mainly what Sean has is that fucking that punch, you know what I mean? It's just that chance
to snipe the shot ability.
Exactly, that chance to just knock you the fuck out. So it's like, yeah, if he doesn't get that, he probably won't win.
And to be fair, like out of all the fights that Sean O'Malley has, Aljamain does have the most unorthodox style of striking comparatively to the rest of the fighters he's fought.
For sure.
Yeah, he's definitely awkward as hell. But yeah, I just think that Aljo's gonna be able to take him down pretty easily and probably just sub him.
Yeah.
You think it'll just be that easy? Like what? You think it's gonna be like first round? Like he's just
I don't think it's gonna be the first round. But I don't know. I think that when he gets him down, I feel like it might be kind of just easy.
Yeah.
I know Sean is a bit taller, a bit longer, but Aljo's definitely just built bigger and stronger. Yeah. And he's obviously the grappler in there. It's like Sean even said it himself. It's, you know what I mean? It's a no-brainer. It's a grappler versus striker. So it's like he gets him on the ground. I feel like it's going to be kind of easy for him.
I don't think it's gonna be first. I don't think it's gonna be like it could end up being like third round, just because I feel like Sean could try to just like shell up defend on the ground, like
Mm-hmm.
where it's just like almost like stalemates on the actual sub attempts, but he's still going to be losing rounds because because Aljo isn't just going to be like on the back and just keep trying to go for the choke. No, he's going to be throwing in ground and pound. He's going to
No,
be throwing in
yeah,
these things. So
that's why he was
he,
like saying if Sean O'Malley like just like shells up and tries to be defensive.
that's worse for
He's
him.
getting
No,
finished.
that's like I feel like Aljo's just gonna start smashing away with ground. Like
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's going to be worse for O'Malley to do that because he's going to start getting ground and pounded. Like he's not going to be able to stall out to get a stand up at all. Aljo
No.
is too smart for that shit.
Yeah, because
and
it's
he's
like,
too active.
That's
And-
what I'm saying. He's too smart and active to be stalled out like that. Like so, if that is at all what he's thinking, he's kind of fucked. If that's at all any of his thought process.
And it's like me and Jimmy were talking about it because Aljo said that, you know, he wants to make it fun. He wants to like just like have a good fight. And I was saying that I think that he's going to use the first round as kind of like a feeling out of how easy he can take him down and like, you know what I'm saying? Like hold position, move around, just do things, because I don't like, if he wants to make it fun, then I don't think he's looking to finish it in the first round. So like if he can take him down easy, he might just beat him up a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Not super bad, but just beat him up enough to not get it finished. Maybe go for the sub attempts and just take his back or something. Just, you know what I mean? Just like sprawl, grapple around, whatever. I don't know. And then I feel like he might do that. Yeah. And like, I feel like that's why it might go to a third round finish or something like that. Maybe even later, is that depending on how easy it is for Aljo and like, I'm sure how comfortable he feels like actually doing that, he might drag it out a bit.
Yeah,
If he sticks to his word.
No, yeah, and I don't know because I feel like it's just that's hard for me to imagine honestly because especially just thinking about him with Corey Sandhagen, you know, like dude just went out there, just fucking grabbed him back, choked, like, you know, just lights out, just done. And I feel like it was I feel like because he knows the threat that Corey is on the feet, you know, and he's just like, I can't fuck around with that. And
I don't think he's gonna fuck around with O'Malley at all either.
And that's the thing where it's like I feel like he like O'Malley doesn't have, you know, the high level wins that like a lot of the guys that Aljo has fought recently has, you know what I mean? His best win is the split decision win over Piotr Jan in his last fight, which a lot of people think that he should have lost that one, you know? So it's like, but I feel like Aljo definitely respects his skill set like on the feet, and I just feel like he's going to go out there and because Sean's going to try and press him. Like, he's going to be giving him looks where I don't know. I feel like Aljo, he's going to be standing on the feet with him. And I feel like pretty early, he might just be like, I don't know how much I want to fuck around with this, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like it might just look kind of similar to Corey. But, oh, man, I don't know. It's so hard.
But that's why I was saying, like, depending on how things go and if he really wants to do that, that's the only way I'd see it happening, is if, like, he really sees a way that, like, he doesn't even have to worry about him, like, finding his moment because he could just get that shot immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just instantly take him down, like, but, yeah, I could also just see him, if he takes him down right away, just finishing him right away.
Because we haven't... Really, the most that we've seen fucking Sean O'Malley's like grappling tested, like he got taken down a whole bunch of times by Piotr Jan, you know what I mean? And then he got fucking like when he fought Cheeto, he got like, you know, his fucking shit kicked out, fell down on the ground, but like as soon as Cheeto got on top through his guard, he just smashed him with elbows like right through it. You know what I mean? Like, who knows if it was like, oh, Sean was just like feeling like the shit from his foot, so he was, you know, like not all there, not like 100%, just, you know what I mean? But it's like,
But you don't...
in MMA, he hasn't really shown the greatest skill set on the ground that gives you the best confidence against a guy like Aljamain. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, not at all.
No, I agree with that. That's kind of the thing, is even if people were to argue what you're saying with being on the ground and like his leg and stuff, it's not like I believe it was Herb Dean in that fight.
I can't remember.
I'll just say it was Herb.
Herb.
But but even then, even if it was another ref, they don't just like usually like when something like that happens, they don't jump in immediately. Like he was given a couple warnings, like move, move, move. Okay, it's done. Like you're taking too many shots and not doing anything. Like it's not like it was a clean knockout, but like
No, yeah.
So he was given like warnings on, hey, you need to. So like, even then, even if he's not completely there, he would be hearing what the ref is saying. He would know what they're saying.
Exactly.
And he didn't do it.
But yeah, it's so crazy. I don't like, because yeah, O'Malley coming from the Contender Series, and yeah, it's crazy to think that he's been in the UFC since 2017. Like it's already like been 6 years since like his fucking debut. It's just like damn. Crazy that you already got fucking Contender Series guys that have been around for that long, you know what I mean? 16-1, finally getting that title shot, 18-1, won no contest in the UFC overall.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how it goes. We'll see if Aljamain makes history, continues that winning streak up to the double digits too, because he's at 9 right now. And that's the thing, man. And because you know me, I'm gonna be the one to say it. This dude's fucking title run, fraudulent as shit. It's crazy. I love it though. It's beautiful. And even with it all, still the best bantamweight in the division right now, like hands down.
Yeah.
And like that's where it's just like funny because people just, it's like, yeah, like he does have controversy in every single one of his title fights, but he's still the best. He's still defending it. He's still winning. He's still getting the nod. He's still the one on top. Like you can't take that away from that man.
And the thing is, with one of those, it's not even his fucking fault. TJ Dillashaw's the one who came in injured.
Right.
That's on TJ. That's not
Piotr's
on Aljo.
The one that fucking need him. You know, it's like
exactly.
That's the thing.
Like,
it's like
two of those were
he had close
not his
fights
fault.
with Piotr in the second one and Henry, but the judges gave it to him. You know what? You can't fault Aljo for any of these things.
Right.
No, exactly. And that's the thing. Like, especially like with like the last one when it's just like some people consider like one of the best bantamweights ever. It's like, hey, guess what? He just beat him. The judges saw that he won the fight, and personally, I saw him win the fight too. But
so did I.
And yeah, watch it. I thought that Henry should have gotten it, you know, but it's like at the end
that's the thing.
Day,
it was a split because it's just like
it was
close.
Yeah,
but it was just like that close.
Just watching it live, I definitely had it Aljo though.
But yeah, that's gonna be an amazing title fight. People also gotta give fucking Aljo his credit for just a quick ass turnaround too after fighting Henry in such a tough fight. Yeah. And this is literally everything is set up for O'Malley to get this win. So if Aljo's able to get it done, like man, people gotta give him his respect, and I am very excited to see that man fight Volkanovski if he gets the win this weekend.
Yeah.
Bro, could you imagine this one goes to like another split decision? He moves up to 45. And then he just subs Volk in like the first round or some shit. Like how much that would be the most MMA thing to ever happen.
Yup. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
But from one great title fight to another, that no one, not a single person is talking about this fight.
Yeah.
This fight has, like, compared to, like, so many other things on the card and everything else that has been happening.
Zero hype.
Yeah, which, it makes me so sad.
Yeah.
Because Zhang Weili is back trying to defend her belt on her second title run against Amanda Lemos.
It just sucks because it's Amanda Lemos. And not that she's bad or anything, you know what I mean? Like, she's 7-2 in the UFC, but it's like she lost to Jessica Andrade, then beat Michelle Waterson-Gomez and Marina Rodriguez, and it's like, you know what I mean? So
it doesn't
there was just other fights that could have been made, but yeah.
Well, that's kind of the thing. This fight would have been fine. It would have had some hype on it if Yao Xiaonan had not beat Jessica Andrade in the way that she did, because it got announced after that fight. And that's the biggest problem, is just Yao Xiaonan winning in that way, like, kind of dampened any hype this was going to have, because if this was announced, like, a month before that fight even happened, this is a pretty good fight. Like, I was not have been mad at the booking, but because of when they actually came out, announced it, and booked it, it's just like, UFC, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's the biggest issue, is when it was announced.
That's the whole key with it. Like that is,
exactly.
It's just why they sit on that. Like,
yeah, I don't
know.
But either way, it should be a good fight, and I'm always
100%.
excited for Zhang Weili, and Amanda be putting on good fights too, so it should
be
good.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is a fun fight. It's, I believe, Zhang is Orthodox and Lemos is Southpaw, so Southpaw versus Orthodox. They're both good strikers. I feel like Weili might have the advantage in the wrestling.
Yes, for sure. I am expecting a pretty dominant grappling heavy performance from Zhang Weili in this one, honestly. I think she's going to look to go out there, probably kick the legs early, like stay out at like range, but I think she's going to look to take this down and try and just beat her up on the ground.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing is Weili has enough power to where if they just even get into an exchange, she could put Lemos out too.
Yeah,
she does have that type
Lemos
of power.
Has a lot of power too, and it's like
she does. No, I get what you're saying. It's just like there is going to be Look, Weili is not afraid to go to war. That we know this.
But I'm just like
the smart game plan would be don't go to war, but it can happen, especially like for a couple exchanges. I'm not saying she's gonna do it the whole fight, but like I could see it happening, and then like all right.
Yeah, but Weili said that she wanted to be smooth and seamless and just wrap her up. Like that is her game plan, seemingly, to just like flawlessly I
did not realize that they were the same height. In my head, Amanda Lemos was a good bit taller. I feel like Amanda Lemos is just one of those fighters where whenever I picture her, she's always way taller like than her opponents than what she actually is.
I feel like it's because we keep thinking like I think because I have the same problem, Jimmy. I think partially it's because of the fight with Andrade, and she just looked so much bigger.
And it's probably just her frame, because just like tall, skinny, lengthy, But she does have a 2-inch reach advantage. Both of them 5'4". But yeah, Zhang can definitely go out there and try and get into a war with her. But like you said, I think she's just way too smart at this point in her career, and she's gonna look to just take the path of least resistance. And
and that'd be smart. Not
Zhang probably gonna get like a first or second round sub, I think, on her.
Yeah.
But let's go. That's the co-main event. Should be a great one.
Yeah.
And on to the featured bout.
From one kneel to the other.
Yup. Was supposed to be Jeff, but now we get Magny versus Ian Machado Gary. And Ian thinks he's carrying this card on his back. How you guys feel about that statement?
What?
He's carrying this card on his back.
Wants to be Connor so bad, and he thinks he's there already.
What
and
universe?
He's simply not. Because I mean, if you look at literally just 3 people above him, they are all bigger stars than he is.
Yes.
Yep. But
between Zhang, Aljo, and Sean, like,
does he have the most star potential out of everyone on this card?
Potential?
No.
No.
You guys don't think? I genuinely think that he could be a bigger star than Sean O'Malley.
I don't know.
Potentially. It just depends.
He could, but I don't think so. I think the problem with him is, like, I don't know, he just comes in and already is like, yeah, I'm the star, and it's like, bro, no, you're not. And, like, I don't know, I feel like he's just gonna gather more haters than, like, and I know that either way, like, attention is attention, but I just think that, I don't know, I don't think he's gonna make it bigger than Sean.
No, and I feel like, depending on how Weili keeps... depending on how Weili keeps going, like, if she gets the defense over Lemos, then Yao Jianan, then Tatiana Suarez, like, she has huge start, especially considering, like, you can market her to China, Korea, Japan, like, you can market to those places.
Yeah, but okay, so I get, like, really when I'm thinking of star, I'm thinking like pay-per-view star for you, like, just kind of like Connor, like someone's that's gonna bring in like the hype, the eyeballs, the attention, the revenue, like everything. You know what I mean?
Then Sean.
Huh? Jean?
Then Sean.
Oh, Sean. Sorry. I thought you like that.
Yeah, I know. Same.
Like I don't know. I just because like Sean, the thing is, he's at the he's fighting for the title right now. So it's like obviously if he wins like that, but it's like this is such a hard fight. So it's like if he loses, then I don't know where it's like. I feel like Ian has like I don't know he's been in the spots where like. He's been doubted, and like I feel like like he's been in hard fights where I feel like Sean is looked at as having like just more setup fights and like just being able to fight easier guys like on his way to the top, where it's like Ian is slowly moving up, he's looking better like each time, and it's like, yeah, you know, like just saying how he comes in, like how he came in like, oh, like I'm the star, and at first it was like, yeah, like kind of shut the fuck up, but it's like he's confident as shit. He keeps saying like that he's gonna be doing these things, and as so far like he's calling his shots and he's playing it out like as he's calling it so far. You know what I mean? So
I just feel like the only problem is that like, okay, so with Ian specifically, it's like the little things, you know, and the things that we've talked about prior to like the last 2 fights where like, you know, he did get the finishes, but it's like, you know, just coming in like, yeah, you know, I'm the best shit talker on the mic, like da-da-da-da-da, getting up there and just stuttering and just like, you know, sounding real dumb, just talking about, oh, like I'll finish these guys, and then he started getting the decisions. Like, again, I know he got like the past 2 fights, like they were finishes, he's doing good, like, I think he could, but I don't know, I just don't think that it depends on how he really grows into himself in the UFC, because if he keeps trying to like, I feel like he's trying a bit too hard, and because of that, like, you know, it just seems like too much. But if he can really find himself where he can get on the mic and sound good, where he can like develop like this fun personality within things, you know, and like actually be like Ian Gary, I think he really could. But and I think that that's what it is with Sean, where he's already there, because like I like, you know, with talking about him saying that he's carrying it on his back, like just looking at Instagram, I was just curious, like where does everybody sit? And that's why I brought it up, because it's like Ian around 300K and then everyone else doubling or more, and it's like Sean sitting at 2.1 million. So it's like just already with that in itself, you know, it's like Sean just like has his style, he has like who he is as a person, and people love him or hate him for that, as to where that's like fair. You know, where I was making like the Connor like comparison, like I've been saying that, like I feel like he's coming in and he's trying too hard to be like that, where he's gonna get his superstardom off of that. But if he like can grow into his own personality and like truly be like Ian Gary, then I think that he really could be a star then. And
honestly, I do think that I feel like, especially with the last one, like after the D-Rod, like at least for me, because like him putting out D-Rod like that was just insane. So much greater than like what I thought he was going to be capable of.
Especially after the fight before that, when he gets rocked and almost like could have been finished.
Yeah, but
before that,
I feel like that's just the good thing too, because like he's shown that like durability, that heart, and then like and then also like that ability to like adjust right after being hurt to get like the, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
he's great. He's real fucking good.
And so that's why for me, like looking at it, Sean could easily just get ragdolled and destroyed by Aljamain here, and then I feel like it's just like he's gonna have like that big loss at like the top, where it's like, okay, he's not that guy, you know what I mean? Where I feel like Ian has a much better chance to work his way up, like do the things that he says he's gonna do, get the title, like be like, I don't know, I feel like he can get the title, remain undefeated, and I feel like if he does that, then it's so I feel like he has a bit of an easier path.
I do have one more thing.
I get what you're saying, but like with but like, don't you feel like Neil Manny could do the same thing Aljo could do to Sean O'Malley?
No.
Like, he could definitely clinch up against Gary up against the cage, take him down, and choke him out. Like, Neil has shown that.
I don't think that Neil is going to be able to just like grab, and because that like even with like in the Neil style of like, you know, put him up against the cage, take him down. Like I don't think that it is gonna be like an easy thing for that. I feel like Neil would have to like tire him, work him down, and he could possibly do it late. I feel like that's like best case scenario for him. Aljamain, best case scenario, like he goes out there, he grabs Sean O'Malley's legs, takes him down, he's on the back and he's asleep. You know, like I don't think that it's close to what they could do to their opponents.
I feel like this, like you're making it seem like this is like an easy fight for Ian, and it's not.
I mean, but it's also short notice for Neil, though.
It is, but like.
Yeah, but he's an active guy. He's used to this thing. Like, he just had a fight where he did his, like, it was a classic Neil fight, you know what I mean? So it's, like, not like he was in a war. No, and, like, it's not an easy fight, but I don't know. I'm expecting Ian Gary to shine here, honestly. And just, like, especially with this one, listening to, like, just, like, you know, him talking on, like, Ariel's show and just, like, some other things, I feel like the fact of him, because I forget, like, his wife, I'm pretty sure, like, she's from Brazil, or her parents was from Brazil, something like that. But so, like, I don't know, just having, like, that tie into, like, the Brazilian culture and just all that, like, I feel like that's already starting to, like, separate him, like, you know, from the, like, I don't know, I feel like those roots and everything, that'll be able to grow for him as he grows, and that'll...
Training with Charlie Olives.
Yeah, 'cause I'm pretty sure he went down to shoot a box, you know,
Yeah,
so
he
yeah.
did.
And
So
I mean, we
that's
also
like the...
trains over at Extreme Couture with Chris Curse and all them.
Yeah, so
like,
I feel like he's already starting to like carve his path like separately from like just Irish Connor guy, you know.
So like the one thing that I did,
personality.
Yeah.
but
Sorry,
the one
go
thing
ahead.
that I did want to bring up that I totally forgot was like also another point to it is like, because you know, thinking of like the big star names, it's like he has to be able to also kind of break out of like the MMA community a bit. You know what I mean? Like, because like you can be like a big within like the MMA community, the fight community, whatever, but it's like that might not bring you as far as like, you know, with Sean, for instance. Like that's also why that I think that Sean has a bit better potential, is just because like people know him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
he was definitely more flashier earlier on to get that traction quicker, you know.
yeah, exactly. And then just still keeping up with like his little things and just like now getting into the title shot that it's like if he does win, then he easily, you know. But even if he loses, it's like he just gets his like self tied into so many other things and like just I don't know. Ian would just have to like just break himself out of that and get known elsewhere, because it's like I could ask some people that don't really watch fights, hey, you know Sean O'Malley, and I know that it's way less time.
No,
you know, Ian's only been around for what, like the past year and a half or so, like something like that.
Yeah, he's so because Sean O'Malley, like we said, he's had 10 fights. He's going into his 11th for a title shot, you know, and this is his 6th year. Ian has 5 fights in the UFC, and he's been here for 2 years, so it definitely, and then it's also like Sean came on the Contender Series first season, you know, like he had Snoop Dogg commentating, had that whole tie-in and stuff, so like that really helped blow him up.
Hell yeah.
Because he even, like 100%. I was listening, he even said that, like he didn't really have a following, went on Contender Series, got like a couple of thousand or whatever, then he did the shit with Snoop and his shit just blew up after there, like... Yeah. So it definitely...
But that's what I mean by getting your hands into other things, you know what I mean? And how that helps to blow the fuck up and just grow from there.
Like... Sean O'Malley, that was kind of the reason I said Sean O'Malley still has more star potential, just because of the fact that he has a lot greater potential to go mainstream and take like that kind of Conor where like just people know him. Yeah, because he can
definitely much closer with the younger fans and shit like that.
No, yeah, because like
all these fucking Fortnite guys.
No, yeah, exactly. Like that's kind of the thing. Just like he could go, like I could see him literally going on to any type of podcast, like any type of like interview style podcast, and people would know who he is. Or people would be like interested in him because he looks interesting.
Nah, for sure. Yeah.
But it's like, Ian Gary is like, who the fuck is that?
You look at him and you're like, I don't know what the fuck this guy does.
And then even so, it's like respectfully, like you listen to him and like you're gonna be listening to what he's talking about, and it's like, yeah, like I said, it's not the most exciting stuff. So it's like he might get the stardom.
Did just get in business with Jake Paul. That could help like boost the shit a lot, you know.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, yeah, true.
Didn't know that, but
like,
you know.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing though with Ian Gary is kind of just like he's like a weird like meld of like Wonder Boy Thompson and McGregor. Like it's weird because he's this like ultra.
I'm Irish,
nice,
but
like...
I'm super nice.
No, exactly. That's kind of the thing. It's like. I don't know. Like he's just kind of got like that. Just he's, and this is nothing like wrong about it. It's not an insult, but he's just kind of normal.
Yeah, nah.
Like he's not.
That's fair.
Like larger than life. Sean O'Malley, in terms of his personality, seems like it's more like larger than life type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, that's definitely fair. Well, yeah, we'll have to see, but it's just definitely. It's definitely interesting, and like, yeah, just you got 2 guys on this card that give it a couple of years, like things go right, they could fucking blow up and be like the next like generation of big stars for the UFC. You know what I mean? So it's definitely definitely very nice. But moving on to this next one, another fight at 135. It was supposed to be a much better fight. It was kind of weird booking when it happened. Because of the original booking of Corey versus Umar.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be Marlon Chito Vera versus Henry Cejudo, which that would have been absolutely amazing. Henry pulls out fucks up his shoulder, and now steps in Pedro Munoz. I personally think this fight is going to suck.
Yes.
It was really funny because, like, you know, I've been saying this, and I heard fucking Sean O'Malley talking about and saying that he doesn't think it was going to be a good fight on, like, media day. I was like, that's funny.
No.
It's like, he understands. Cheeto is not a 3-round fighter.
No.
And Pedro is a smart vet that isn't going to get out in front of his skis, and he's never been finished.
Yeah.
I'm taking Pedro by a boring decision here.
I could honestly see it.
I really think he's going to get a lot of leg kicks landed. He's going to grab some fucking takedowns, and he's going to spend a good amount of time on top.
Yep.
I don't want to see that.
Neither do I.
This is just...
So we're not going to speak that into existence.
It's Cheeto. We just got to talk about how we sees it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and that's
Cheeto was losing to Frankie and Dominic Cruz, but like before he got the head kick knockouts against them.
What do you mean?
Cheeto is only 30 years old. He's still capable of learning new tricks, such as starting quicker.
Is he though? But he's been fighting forever.
I said what I said, okay? Because listen, he's at 22, 8, and 1. So that is 30 with 1 draw. So it's kind of like things even out, and therefore he's a new fighter, and he's going to be different, and he's going to do better, and it's not going to suck, and that's what I'm putting out there.
I respect
Marlon Vera was taken down and controlled on the ground by Jose Aldo.
Ginger, I said what I fucking said.
Yo, Jose Aldo got his back.
He held back control.
When was the last time Jose fucking offensively grappled someone? I can't even ever.
I'm just gonna go cry real quick.
No, I was about to say, I'm sorry. I
want Cheeto to win.
We're just calling. I know. We want Cheeto.
Bro, if Cheeto could go out there and finish, that's fucking...
That would be amazing.
That's how he gets his title fight if Sean O'Malley wins. You know what I mean? Like, that. It's right... Like, if Sean wins and he goes out there and knocks out Pedro, like, you're getting that matchup. Like, Sean's calling... Like, that's done. But it's... Like, yeah, I just think that it's just one of those fights where Cheeto's, like, yeah, the bigger name, the guy that, like, the UFC wants to win, like, everyone wants to win. But
this wasn't the way.
Exactly. Like, yeah, it's just the wrong person, wrong time, and
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like Pedro's gonna get it done, but hopefully it's a good fight, though. Hopefully. I will, like, very much hope for that.
I hope it's a good fight, too. It's just, like, knowing Pedro's style, knowing that Marlon is at least going to give up the first round anyway.
First?
You know,
he's given up like 8.5 minutes, brother.
No, I know, but you know what I mean. Like, 100%, there's 5 minutes down the drain for him, no matter what.
Yeah.
He's given up 25 seconds, and he's getting to it.
Bro, Pedro Munoz only threw leg kicks at Sean O'Malley through the first 5 minutes of their fight. That's literally all he did.
Oh, you're talking about Pedro just now?
Well,
no, I was talking about
Marlon.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, that's what Pedro did.
Yeah, I'm aware.
That was the smartest thing he could have done. He doesn't give a fuck about exciting. He's looking to get these wins. He's old.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on.
But you know what's going to be a great fight? I'm fucking excited for this. We got Mario Bautista. My fucking boy. I love him. 12-2 overall. And he's taking on
Simone Blackshear.
Looking for shortest turnaround and to get 2 consecutive wins in UFC history, modern history, not tough tournaments and shit. Or not tough tournaments, but the old school tournaments.
I forgot because I was gonna say Sean Strickland, but it was like 2 weeks apart because it was like the last event in December and the first event in January.
Yeah, right now Hamzat holds the record at 10 days.
I forgot his fight happened on a Wednesday. Yeah.
But Damon Blackshear making history in his last one. It's not the first, thing to happen, but I feel like first
third,
third twister, like that's insane. A twister is just insane.
Yeah, like that
to begin with. It is a bitch to set up, and it's a bitch to finish.
To be fair, his opponent gave him every opportunity to grab it.
Yeah,
he sure did.
But to still grab it, it was beautiful. Like
Yeah, just be smart to it. Actually, wrap that shit up.
This is a hard one because it's like I love Mario. Like, he's such
Yeah.
a fun fighter. He's on a real good streak right now. 4 wins, 3 finishes. But that would just be so fucking awesome for Damon Blackshear to get this dub.
It would be.
I love greatness. I love history. Like, if you could fucking set a record, like, I want that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fucking, like, yeah, that, damn. I don't know.
Weak
I do
turnaround.
not know who I'm going to be rooting for in this one by the time, like, it comes up.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. But it should be fun. It should be
It should
great.
definitely be fun.
I don't know who, like, how you guys, you know, if you guys have a feeling of who's going to win in that one or anything, or...
I kind of think that Mario's gonna get it. I know that Damon obviously took absolutely no damage last week, but it's like to turn around like that, make weight again, you know?
That was the big thing I was about to
Yeah.
bring
Because
up.
is it even a
making
catch
the
weight?
weight.
It
No,
has
it's
it at
135.
135.
No, it's
you know?
135.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like...
To cut
Maybe
weight,
he doesn't have a bad
rehydrate,
cut.
I was just
and
gonna
then-
say, like, maybe he doesn't weigh that much more. Maybe he doesn't, like, take
Yeah.
a crazy cut. Like,
5'10" with a 72.2 inch reach.
35.
I don't believe this guy's got a fucking easy cut.
Yeah.
No.
Get the fuck... This dude's longer than Max Holloway.
Yes.
Max Holloway is 5'10" with a 69-inch reach.
Yes.
Yep.
Yo, and it's,
At 145.
yeah, and it's crazy because, like, looking at him fight last week, I would not have been, like, said that he's bigger than Max. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that's crazy. Fucking cameras,
So-
man. It do crazy things.
No, they do, and that's the thing. Like, I think I would lean Mario just because of the fact that Damon has to make a second cut within 7 days
Yeah.
after rehydrating from a cut. Like, that's terrible for your body. If I'm Mario, I'm going to the body.
Yeah, it's
Like,
only 2
I am
losses.
throwing.
Corey Sandhagen, Trevin Jones in the UFC.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm going to be blasting late. I'm going to be blasting kicks to the body,
Yeah.
hooks to the body. Like, I am trying to get you tired. I'm going to try and, well, one, I want to get you out of there with that, but if
Yeah.
not, you're going to be so fucking exhausted because you're going to have 0 gas tank that you're going out the second round anyway.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, Damon only has, the 4 fights in the UFC now?
Yep.
2, 1, and 1. So it's like Mario just been fighting better competition for longer. His last
For
UFC
sure.
fight was a guy making a short notice debut anyway, you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
I think Mario should definitely be able to. It's all in his favor to do so.
Yeah, the ball's in
you're
his
right.
court 100%.
Yeah, you make very good points there. But that's going to wrap up the main card, the pay-per-view part of the card. That should be a good one. I'm definitely excited. Now we got the prelims. We got some good shit, we got some alright shit, and we got some potentially very sad shit.
Chris is coming out with the biggest kick of his life.
He's got to stop talking like that, and you got to stop talking
I mean,
like
I
that.
think he only said it once. It's just I've been quoting it since he said it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's fighting Brad Tavares.
I told you guys exactly how this is gonna go. It's gonna be a double knockout. Straight shin to chin. Chris is breaking his leg and unable to continue, and Brad is getting knocked out and unable to continue.
No contest.
Double knockout.
Yeah, no contest. I just don't have any interest in seeing Chris Weidman fight anymore.
No.
Just 0 bit.
And to be fair, like with Tavares, like he can put on some good fights, but he's like that gatekeeper for the top 15 type of fighter. Like I'm just not really, unless it's against someone who's like an up and comer, I'm not really interested in his fights that much, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's like
Hey, I didn't even realize Chris was 39 years old, honestly.
Yeah. broke his leg at
Yes.
37, coming back at 39. He's 2-6 in his last 8 fights, every single loss by finish. Broke his leg against Uriah Hall. Got a decision win over Omari Akhmedov, who did go on to do like decent in the PFL season 2021 afterwards. So that's not bad. Got finished in the first round by Dom Reyes up a weight class. Finished in the third round by Jacques Ray in basically like they were just boxing it out. And Jacques Ray's a jiu-jitsu guy. Got the win over Kelvin. Knocked out knees third round by Gegard, flying knee and punch third round by Yoel Romero, and then ground and pound by Luke Rockhold in the fourth round.
Is that really his fault for getting finished by Yoel in the third?
Yes, he shouldn't have fought. He should have agreed to a 2-round fight.
But that's kind of the thing though. Like, his last win against Omar was in 2020. The win before that was all the way back in 2017.
Yeah.
Like, it.
And it's like Brad, he's definitely not the biggest puncher for sure, but he does have some like, you know, KO TKOs on his record. Very few often between. But I just I don't like this. I just really don't.
No. I think he just
I had a sneeze.
I think Brett Favre is going to take it. I really do.
Let's just hope that Chris don't get hurt too bad, you know?
I'm sorry, guys, but it's going how I said. Moving
Hopefully
on.
not. But yeah. Other than that, though, what are some fights on the prelims that you guys are looking forward to?
I have 2.
I have 5.
Well, true, but like
one.
I have.
What?
What?
All right. Well, since you have the least amount, you start, Ginger.
I'm interested in Gerald Mearshart versus Andre Petroski.
Yes, this is actually my most interested one out of all the
right.
too.
I want to see the grappling, like the grappling between these two, because Andre I think has the advantage on the feet.
Yeah,
but the grappling,
younger, definly more physical, more explosive, just
exactly.
the more athletic guy overall for sure.
I want to see the scrambles that they'll have at 185 because I know that there are going to be some. These two are good wrestlers, good grapplers. I just want to see it.
Yeah,
give me the grappling match.
Yeah, I mean GM3 coming off back-to-back losses, both to Joe Pyfer in MMA and grappling.
And grappling.
Rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got wins over Bruno Silva, Makhmed Muradov, you know, like Duram Win, Trevin Giles, like he's a fucking slippery guy in the grappling department at 185. That's why he's got the record for the most subs in that division. And that grappling should be some good shit. I'm definitely excited.
Yeah.
What about you, Loki? What you looking to on that card?
The Silvas are back. Both of them.
Both of them.
We got
are
Karine
back.
Silva and Natalia Silva.
Yup.
I don't know. Both of them just young, coming up. Karine 2-0 in the UFC, and Natalia 3-0. I'm just excited for it. 125 prospects. 125 like women's division has just been having a lot of good talent come in lately, and I'm excited for these fights.
I actually did not realize that Karine Silva is a rematch with Marina Moroz. Marina Moroz armbarred her in 2014.
She's beating her this time.
Oh, so almost a decade ago.
Yeah, and Karine is 29 years old. And then Marina is 31. It's really funny, like, just seeing that too, because in my head I'm just like, is Karine gonna get an armbar on her?
She should. And then Natalia only 26 fighting Andrea Lee.
Yeah, Andrea, that's a much rougher fight for her for sure.
Andrea 34, she's on a 2-fight losing streak right now.
Yeah, but just way more battle tested.
No,
you know
I
what I mean? At the top of the division. Yeah, it's interesting. Natalia Silva actually has a loss to Marina Rodriguez back in 2017. Very nice, but yeah, those should definitely be some good fights for sure. Definitely hoping that both the Silvas come out with some good wins in those ones. And then we also got TUF finale. Hooray!
The thing is, there's not too much to be excited about with those.
What the fuck is you talking about?
We're just gonna get 2 vets back that were already cut from the UFC, and
yep. So
I was about to say, out of the 2 fights, the only one that has any like real like spice to any animosity is Gibson Brad Katona.
Yeah, I don't even.
And even then, that's
fuck about that. So we can use that to also like. So TUF's finally over. We had our last episode, you know. At this point we got Contender Series now, so that's my Tuesday thing, so I don't need TUF anymore. I'm happy that it's just done.
Yep.
The last episode was pretty dog shit. Cody Gibson did get a nice win over Rico.
That was a nice arm triangle.
Bro,
like,
it was
geez.
not that shit was so fucking ridiculous.
He was so angry.
Hell yeah. I mean, I would be too, honestly.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because it's like, Rico just, and he said it afterwards, he's like, I just had a problem with the range, and like, you know, I've been like, whatever. But yeah, he just way overthrew on that right hand, slipped, fell, and immediately Cody was on that
Well, it's
shit.
'cause,
He tried to get up, but he kind of threw him back down, took the back, and he was just
because
all over him.
Rewatching it is because he went to go for a switch step left hand, and so that's what it was. He went for the switch step, and when he stepped on the right foot, you seen that it would just he didn't get the footing. His foot was just bent up, and he threw the left and just fell right over. And Cody was like, "Thank you."
Yeah,
very Aljo-esque and just grabbing that back in the body triangle.
Just nope. You made a mistake. I'm capitalizing. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
And he was
nice.
trying to survive. Cody was landing a lot of ground and pound from the top.
Yeah.
But it's
start cutting him open, beat him up.
Just ended up.
I was like,
getting that.
Yeah, as it was getting towards the end of the round, I'm like, yeah, no, this is gonna be a 10-8 because, geez, there's been nothing since he got to the ground. It has been all Gibson, and then he got the arm turn. I'm like, and I'm watching with friends. I'm like, he's not gonna get this. He doesn't have enough space on the cage, and then he wall walks onto the cage.
Yeah, just makes his space.
Exactly to get it. I'm like,
beautiful.
I haven't seen that before, but let's go.
So I guess it's official that prospects versus vets was the worst idea for them to do.
Easily.
Yes.
They were not expecting this. I know it.
I know when Cody won, Dana looked like he had a fucking little bit of
bro.
In
He
his
looked
face,
he kind of looked mad at the end of most fights, and then you just heard him talking about it, just the experience, just talking about he didn't want it to happen. He wanted these young guys to come in here and fuck these guys that have been getting fucked up. Maybe the few people here, he's like, yeah, whatever, someone like Roe, I
know, I was gonna say one of the most exciting guys in Roe had a terrible fight with Austin that he lost, and it was this was worst case scenario for TUF this season. TUF is probably done after this, huh?
It might be. I don't know.
Bro, their ratings have been going down.
But
their first episode didn't do great, and it was a bad episode, so I can only imagine that it's only gotten worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's Dana White. And if there's one thing I'd say about Dana, he's an old, stubborn man, and he does not like giving shit up.
That's true.
Unless he really gets his shit together and gets a good because that's why he brought Connor in, was he thought it was going to be a good season with Connor on it, having that name. But it's unless he really gets it together and gets two fun coaches in there and gets some good fun personality for their fighters, and then just saves the people that lack personality for Contender Series, they'll be good. Yeah. They can have a good season, but they really got to get it together.
Adesanya, Strickland, get it done, tough coaches.
They're fighting at 293.
That's fine. They could do it. It's fine. They don't have to fight each other. It's just coaches.
They don't have to fight, but it's just it'd be weird to do it after. There'll be
even more shit to talk then.
That's the thing, though. Is there interest in it after? Besides you, don't give me that face.
No, seriously.
No one's gonna be interested because everyone's just gonna be like, yeah, Izzy's just gonna say, I beat your ass. I beat your ass. Shut the fuck up. I beat your ass. There's no interest in the animosity between them at that point. Now, if it's Drekus and Izzy, I feel like that'd be a fun season.
See, I feel like that would suck. I feel like Drekus is not fun enough for that. I feel like Sean has enough to say that it can bring way more out than I beat your ass.
Yeah.
And it's even if he can't, Sean will be fun enough.
Exactly.
And then it's again,
I'm just
to my point though, you also have to bring in the fighters that just have a bit more personality. Like I said, save those fighters that are just, just regular people for Contender Series, but bring in the clash in personalities.
Trevor Peak should have been on there.
Bring in fun people.
Imagine a season where you had a personality like Trevor Peak and then also a personality like Bobby Green.
Yeah.
Those two clashing. That's interesting. And I don't think you need the coaches to clash that much. It really does come down to the actual fighters who are in the TUF house.
But if the coaches are funny and they're beefing and they, they got their shit going on, it could kind of stir shit up and get the...
No, it can.
Because then the fighters get behind their coaches, and so now they get back and now they're fucking talking shit because it's it just makes
you guys are
and I see what you're saying. It definitely isn't the same afterwards as a pre-build, but I still just think, to Kate's point, that the personalities are good enough that it would be fine. Yeah. Where it's
that's the thing,
if they just needed guys, it's just you could do
you
that.
said Kevin Holland and who?
Ooh.
Fuck, I don't.
Because I forget. I can't remember. You're supposed to remember. It was your idea. But like having Kevin Holland in there with somebody like that shit would be mad fun.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. Like
Kevin Holland, Paulo Costa, make it happen.
I mean, that'd be interesting, but no, like, and I guess I see what you guys are saying with the Strickland Izzy thing. It's just like afterwards, any shit that Strickland talks to Izzy, I don't care. I really wouldn't. I'd just be like, yeah, Strickland, shut up.
Anytime Strickland has a mic in front of him and a camera, I'm interested to see what comes out of his mouth. That's just honestly.
I mean, it is, but like anything he would be saying towards Izzy, I'm just like, okay, and you got your ass
but think
beat.
about
Why do
him
I care?
like coaching his team. You don't think that would be funny trying to watch Sean coach?
Ah, come on, he's got to do the iCarly, you know? Like,
I don't know.
I think it would just be great. Sean Strickland, I feel like 170, 185 like is like around the weight class where you gotta get the coaches. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like those are gonna be the the shit talkers. But yeah, either way, we're probably not getting another season. So
no,
that's tough. That's the UFC card. But we did have Dana White's Contender Series this week.
Mm-hmm.
It was better than last week.
It was season 7, week 2. And we got another 5 contracts handed out.
We sure did.
And another week where 5 contracts shouldn't have been handed out. I feel like it was definitely more deserving, like for more of it this week. But yeah, who out of the 5 people that won, who are you guys most excited for to actually see compete in the UFC?
Probably Ebo.
Evo's definitely up there.
27 years old at 205, just finishing the shit out of people. It's like, come on.
Yeah, 12-1 overall. Like, yeah, that's.
But
and that's the thing, 27 at 205. That's the.
Yeah, Gregorio, he's good, but he's a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah, 31 at 135. So, but he could have some fun fights at 130. But 205 being 27 coming in, like, yeah, no, I am definitely interested in Ebo.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, also Eduardo Mora.
Yeah, I was going to say her next because she's definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, 29 years old, fighting at 115, 9-0 now, 8 finishes, 7 of them in the first round. Yeah, she's a fucking beast out there, and yeah, I'm definitely down to see her fucking grapple some peeps.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, the people we're most excited for are the 3 people who should have won contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. He had the upset win for Al Sawadi over George Hardwick. Yep. That was a good one. So, like, you know, that one I wasn't too surprised of him getting a contract.
Yeah.
But Haider Emil, come on now. I don't think I ever seen someone get so gassed at 145 so quickly. That's just terrible, man.
Yeah.
That's why I was trying to think of people like who he could fight after, like in the UFC, and there was one person I thought of, Ginger, and it's perfect matchmaking. Someone who also only has a first round in him. Makwan Amirkhani.
But it's like with Haider coming in.
The only one.
But it's like with Haider coming in, he's 8-0. He's 33 years old at 145. You know, it's like there's just not much time there. So that's why, like, with certain things, you know, it's like last year you heard Dana saying to a couple guys that were like 31 years old, oh, you know, I don't normally hand out contracts to guys that are over 30, da-da-da-da-da. And it's like this season, he just doesn't even care. He's just giving them out for anything, you know? It's like...
He is just... You get a contract, you get a contract,
because it's like I said... Yeah, because it's like I said in the last podcast, it's not about, like, hating on these guys and not wanting the best for them. It's for wanting the best for them. It's like they're gonna get in there and just get fucking hurt. Like, to see him so tired in, like, just it's not amateur, but, like, you know what I mean? It's more regional people. Like, he's fighting regional people on the Contender Series to get into the UFC. And to see him get so gassed in a regional fight like that at 145, 33 years old, only 8, like, he only has 8 fights. Yeah, he's undefeated, but it's only 8 fights. Like, the lack of experience, just the age, he's not gonna have a great run, I don't think, you know?
Yeah.
Even if he does, like, you know, get, like, a few finishes here and there, it's like, it's...
The amount of damage he's going to take against these way better fighters for the amount of money he's going to make, like, he's
Especially
way better just
point,
going to, like, a Cage Warriors or, like, a bigger regional promotion where he could just become the champ, fuck people up, and make, like, a decent amount of money, like, in as the champion in one of those promotions, you know what I mean? Like,
or even just going somewhere more, like, PFL, honestly, where it's like...
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even though that's still a tough one, but, like, what I'm trying to...
Bro, they got monsters at 45.
No, they do.
They got a good 45 division.
That's true, and it's way quicker to get thrown into those monsters there.
Oh, yeah, no, and that's...
His debut is going to be fucking Brendan Loughnane, then he's fighting Bubba Jenkins, Jesus Pinedo, and then he's done.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's kind of the thing with some of these fights. It's just like, bro, they're going to get smashed, especially at the division. Like last week with Almeida, who got a contract. It's like, yeah, he's 35, but it's also 185. That's not the worst age, but it's
he's
definitely
a kickboxer,
still near the end. But, like, being 33, 33, right? That's old.
Yeah,
at 140. Yeah, at 145, just coming in, and you got gas in a fight where it's against someone else who's, like, a regional guy, like, he is going to get smashed. I'm sorry, like, I don't want to see that for. That's why we are like, no, he shouldn't have got a contract, because, like, we don't want to see these guys just get absolutely mollywopped by someone who's like 1-3 in the UFC. It's like, why even take, like, why did he get a contract, you know?
To fill ad space, let's go.
Because then it's like, even going to the main event of it with Al Sawadi, it's like, that was a good fight. He's only 28 years old. There's definitely much more potential. But he ate so many big shots. This is his first... I mean, no, he won this decision. But, like, his only losses are getting finished in the first round. You know what I mean? Back in 2014, he lost in the first round to punches. 2019, he lost the first round to a spinning back elbow and a knee. Both in 2019. It's like...
Yeah.
He's fighting at 155. So I feel like he's going to be a guy who ends up having a lot of, like, good fights. He's gonna be good fun, but I'm scared for the end of it, you know, like
he's gonna take,
because it's the violence division. We talk about it all the time. I fucking love 155, but it's just scary. He was eating a lot of big shots from George Hardwick, like, huge upset. But
and that's kind of the problem with the divisions that he's handing out contracts to for people. It's like, these are, like, the deeper divisions that you already have.
Yeah.
Like, 205 isn't that deep. That's fine. Like, 265 ain't that deep. 185, not that deep. 150, you're talking about 135, 145, 155. Three of the most stacked divisions you have.
Yeah. It's rough.
Like, it is rough for some of the people at the top.
Yeah, because it's like
in the top 15 or right under it, and it's like, you think these guys are gonna be okay? I don't know.
Right, because it's like, that's the thing, like, with, like I was saying, that these are, like, regional fights. These are regional guys coming together to see who's gonna get their fucking contract into, like, just, you know, the big leagues. And for the people that just run over their competition, it's like, okay, you've been running over the regionals, let's bring you in. But for the people that are struggling on the contender series, like, I know this is the point you made, but it's true. It's like, if they're struggling here, what are they going to do in the UFC?
Yep.
And it's just, yeah.
But yeah, so, I mean, it's obviously, it's just going to be the theme of this season again, where we're, just gonna be getting a lot of contracts, so just we'll just have to see how it plays out for these guys. And I mean, I guess this season, you know, like, they're getting a lot of people in there, but they got a lot of people in the UFC from the contender series that have just been losing, so I guess they can just make them against each other, and then the people that lose can get cut finally.
Can make a whole fight night of straight contender series losers versus contender series incomers. Like,
100%.
They literally could.
Easy.
They could.
Contender series fighters that are on 1 to 2, 3 fight losing streaks versus guys that are on 1 to 2, 3 fight winning streaks from contender series.
Like, legitimately, like, this can happen. They could do it. They won't do. Actually, they probably could, because there are a couple names that you can.
And then you just throw a main event on there.
All right, so they take up the one model where they have fights like every Saturday, at like some time that are just not big events, and they just have like all of these guys that no one cares about. But then once a month, for their pay-per-views, they just actually like stack it out. So from top to bottom, they have all like just amazing fights.
They're not going to do that.
I know they won't. But let's go. That's Contender Series. And yeah. But let's go on to fight news. Let's go. We got some good shit going on. Oh, we got some fight announcements to talk. I'm scared for my boy. But not really in this one, though. But just overall in general. Raul Rosas Jr. is back.
Speaking of people who we're not sure how they're going to do throughout their UFC career. Being there too soon.
He's fighting Terrence Mitchell. He's 0-1 in the UFC.
Yeah.
He got finished in the first round by Cameron Sayaman. He has a loss to Kai Kara France on The Ultimate Fighter. Yeah. He was on that 125 TUF season of all champs.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Raul can just take him down, beat him up, kind of similar thing as Cameron.
It's entirely possible.
Let's just definitely hope for that.
Just don't do the same thing you did in your last fight and cast out in the first round.
Well, if he doesn't get the finish in the first round, then he's gonna get tired, Ginger. What do you not understand?
I'm saying, learn, damn it.
He's only a boy. He's so young. He shouldn't be here.
Yeah,
he shouldn't. Like, in terms of just like, I feel like they could have given him another year or two, but like that's kind of the thing is, is he going to be on the regionals in a year or two? It's like, yeah, I guess.
Well, that's taking place September 16th card. I'm pretty sure it is.
Mm-hmm.
So actually a month out from today. Cool. On the same card, co-main event of that
potentially.
It's in talks. I thought it was either way.
It's not official.
This is a fucking banger. This is gonna be such a good fight. Two of our boys going at it. JDM, Jack Della Maddalena, Mr. Bob Dabalena, versus none other than the Trailblazer, Big Mouth, Kevin Holland.
Yes, sir.
I'm scared.
Let's go, Holland.
I'm scared for the loser.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it is.
It's like, way. I love this fight and I hate this fight.
Yeah.
Because I want them both to do good.
There's too many guys at 170 that I like.
I
too
know.
Much. And they're all going to have to fight each other one day.
Jimmy, I don't know how you felt about the fight like when you were watching it, but you remember how you were feeling during Whitaker-Till? This is how I was feeling during the fight. It was just like, I want both of these guys to win, but I don't want either guy to lose. Like, that was just...
I wasn't like too... It was more of like, just kind of feel bad for Till, don't want him to lose, but it was like definitely like Bobby Knuckles more, you know what I mean?
No, I like him. I like Bobby Knuckles more, but I was still like, I don't want to see Darren Till lose. No. I want to see him do good.
Yeah, because like with Jack, he's so good. And he just be knocking people the fuck out. And the thing is that I don't want him to do that to Kevin.
Yeah, and Kevin's so wild and scrappy and long on the feet. It's like Jack's definitely the cleaner boxer, but is Kevin just gonna
so much fun?
Yeah, is he just gonna like fucking hop in there, just smack his guard and snipe him with the left hand and just rock him bad or something? Like, like
the thing is that I'm kind of I kind of want Kevin to win. Like, it's hard. It's so hard for me to say that, but I honestly kind of want Kevin to win.
The only reason I want him to is because you got fucking Jackie Legs on the fucking draft, and that helps me get ahead because you don't get a win there. And then I also have Kevin on my big draft.
Care.
So,
I don't even care. It's just like Kevin's great all around.
I know.
Jack is just a great fighter, but otherwise he's like kind of boring as shit, like nobody cares otherwise. But like Kevin, he's fun to watch fight, like he just does wacky shit, like you said, just long and scrappy. Like, come on, how can you not want Kevin to win?
I can see Kevin, like, again, like the last fight that JDM had, if it goes to the ground and he makes the same mistakes he was making against I forget his name, but if he makes those same mistakes, like Kevin Holland will capitalize on him.
Yeah. This dude just Darce choke fucking Michael Chiesa.
Yes.
I will root for no one in that fight, and I will just hope for a great bout.
Hope
And
no one
another
gets hurt
great
too
bout.
bad.
We go from an amazing striking bout to goddamn, I cannot fucking wait for these grappling
Yes.
scrambles. Holy
Yes.
fuck. Jordan Levitt versus Chase Hooper.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, this is gonna be
is a
so
great
goddamn good. I love this matchmaking. This is beautiful.
Mhm.
Hooper should get it done though.
I don't
You
know,
think?
man.
He's looking good at 155.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
young and I know that.
I think Jordan's gonna be way more physical in there than him. Like,
You think so?
yeah.
Yes.
This dude got a fucking slam KO.
Yeah, true.
This dude's last fight, he got KOs via knees.
Yeah. Like, I can really see, like, Chase trying to go in there and just, like, you know, just pull guard, grab him, and, like,
Yeah.
he just moves him around in there and just kind of big brothers him, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I
I can see that.
I think it's
like-
gonna be a lot of fun though.
yeah, it's
But
gonna be
I do
so
think
good.
this fight is going to be great.
Because Chase is another one of these guys, which it's also, like, it's
Two
scary.
Tuffers on good.
Yeah, because he's so goddamn young. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh my, yeah, like, he takes a lot of damage in his fights, and
Mhm.
but this is gonna be a good one. Yeah, that's so fucking
Yep.
excited. Moving on to the next one, though. Someone who just fucking fought last week got a nice fucking submission win, second round. Yasmin Lucendo's back, fighting Elise Reed on short notice. What day is that?
Cynthia Calvillo dropped off. I don't remember what day this is.
I want to say it's also in September.
I forget.
Yeah, I want to say it's that September 16th card.
The 16 card, yeah.
Okay, word. But Elise Reed, she's been around for a bit. She's a little bit of a vet. I think Lucinda's gonna fuck her up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
This should be some easy work for her. I think she's gonna get another good one.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Moving on to the next one, though. Who could have guessed that motherfucking Chris Curtis was gonna pull out of his fight against Fluffy after seeing that video of Ian Gary just kicking him to the body? And he's like, I fucked my rib.
It's like, that shit slipped.
And then he's just like, no, I still want to go, like, you know. And this dude probably tried to fucking train right after, just fucked his shit up even more. And he probably tried to do, like, a fucking grappling, you know, session and was just like, nah, I just absolutely fucked my shit. And I can't grapple against Fluffy like this, so I'm pulling out of this fight. So,
Yeah, so now we got bigger Chase Hooper.
yeah! Roman
His older
Kapilov.
brother.
Roman Kapilov, let's go.
I didn't even fucking think about that. Just oh, that's good. But yeah, good for Chris to pull out. Should not have still trained injured and gone into that fight, but
I mean, it's
Definitely-
probably good after, you know, all the clash of heads.
Yeah,
and
for
the
sure.
Yeah, let him sit
yeah.
out. I didn't want him to fight anyway,
Just-
so.
What? Didn't he also just like slip a? I know he said it was 8 weeks, but like, didn't he also like slip a rib or something like during
Yeah, that's what
training?
we're saying with Ian, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just fucked up his ribs. So I just like, dude, stay out. You're good. It's just
so I mean, we had a boxer versus grappler matchup, and now we kind of get a kickboxer versus grappler matchup. So let's fucking go. And then
This
the last
next
one.
This one's interesting. Bro. Alright.
Take it away, Kate.
I
ain't saying that.
Sharabudin?
Yeah.
Magomedov.
Let's go.
Nah. This guy. What's his actual record? I'm sorry.
Isn't it like 11
and 0?
I'm pretty sure.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought, but I wasn't confident, so I don't want to say it. He's 11 and 0. In one of his fights, like early on in his career, he got some type of injury that caused him to like lose sight in his eye. He had like the thing removed, and he's continued to fight and went undefeated and is making his debut in the UFC. Like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's
Fighting which Bruno?
Bruno Silva.
Silva,
Bruno Silva.
Yeah, that.
185.
Yep. No, 125. He's fighting the 125 Bruno Silva at 185. He's moving up 60 pounds. Let's go. But not yet. That's just insane. I couldn't imagine taking an injury early in your career, losing your eye from it, and you're just like, nah, I'm just gonna keep going. And it's like, what, like,
And, like,
when
with-
did it fucking happen in, like, what fight where, like, he still obviously won that fight? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
he's fucking undefeated. It's not like he lost a fight via eye injury or something, like...
Oh, this dude also has a win over Blood Diamond in kickboxing.
Nice.
This dude's a fucking legend. So he's not even a grappler Magomedov then, he's a kickboxer.
No, he is a kickboxing Muay Thai Magomedov.
Shit. That's even fucking crazier. How the fuck you kickboxing people with fucking no depth perception?
It's ingrained.
Depth perception, never heard of it.
He's like, I never learned that. He's like, I just
Exactly.
fight.
Who needs to see when you can move?
Yo, that's fucking...
Yeah.
I hope this dude goes undefeated, becomes a champion, just retires on top. That would be awesome. But hell yeah. That's going to wrap up the fight news. And that's going to wrap up this podcast. I think we've gone long enough on this preview. It's getting late. And we kind of lied on the last one saying that Kate wasn't going to be there on the next one. We kind of forgot that we did the preview. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm for real not
next
going to be here for the
review.
next one.
Yes. On the next one, she won't be here. It'll be me and Ginger on that review. Let's fucking go. But hell yeah. I hope everyone enjoyed the podcast. I know I enjoyed this one. This was fun. This was good shit.
Yeah.
If you liked it, why not click the like button? Maybe subscribe. Maybe drop a comment. All the things to help us out. We got all our shits in the description. Our boy fucking Ginger finally an affiliate on Twitch. Let's fucking go. So tune into his UFC 4 streams. Drop a follow. Drop a sub to him. Let's fucking go. But other than that, peace out, everyone. We'll catch you in the next one. Yee.